Hello, don't forget if you like these videos, you want me to continue to do them, drop me a like down below before we start kicking off, or at the end, whenever you want to do it. I would be appreciated, helps me out very much. Or drop me a comment in, let me know how you're doing at the moment, let me know how things are going as things start to ease up a little bit and we start to get back to normality hopefully soon. We're actually full now. My 6-week program, my case study program is now full. I now have enough people. So I'm in the process of looking at some other options. I am able to do one-to-one mobile personal training at the moment, outdoors only. And also we are waiting on the group program. I'm waiting for the okay from the council to be able to do that. But at the moment, the 6-week program is full. So if you were thinking about getting on that and you didn't, sorry, the case study, the ship has sailed. So yeah, there will be another version of that coming up, but it won't be on case study prices. Anyway, so making yourself feel better. So one of the things, understanding about yourself as a human being is quite an important thing. And one thing that human beings do is we always do things to make ourselves feel better, even the things that in the long term don't really benefit us, like eating too much, drinking too much, drugs, smoking, whatever. And we do those things because we think in the instant we do them that it's going to make us feel better. And everyone's just trying to make themselves feel better. And that's what we've got to remember. So if anybody's ever nasty to you or whatever, or angry with you, usually it's just their way of trying to make themselves feel better. And we all do that. We all do things to make ourselves feel better. So the message really is simple. Don't beat yourself up for trying to make yourself feel better, trying to make yourself feel better with food or alcohol, whatever, because that's all we're trying to do. I think the key is looking at ways to replace that. So, for example, with this program that I've started with some of the ladies that have come on board, we've been talking a lot about emotional eating because it's quite a common thing, particularly in females. And the problem is two things with emotional eating. Firstly, is the trigger is so strong. The trigger is really strong. It's very hard to ignore it. So you can't use willpower to ignore a stress-related trigger. It's very hard to do. Some people would tell you that, just use willpower, but that's a fundamental lack of knowledge about humans. Because anyone can go on a diet, but you've got to bear in mind there's a human being doing that diet, and human beings don't always follow the rules. That's the first thing. The second thing is trying to find ways to replace the response, and you won't always get it right. So it's not about going from A to Z and saying one day you're an emotional eater, the next day you're a fitness knobhead who doesn't ever have any indiscretions. It's about working through the process of understanding your triggers, understanding your reactions to those triggers, and then changing the response. And that's where coaching and accountability comes in, I guess. Because that's where people struggle on diets, because there's a lot. Yes, it's down to you. Yes, you have to be self-motivated. But, if you've for years have made yourself feel better with food and drink, and all of a sudden overnight you're expected to abstain, it's very difficult, that. It's very difficult, and I'm noticing that a lot when I speak to people at the moment, particularly with this new program that we've been doing, that there's bigger picture here. And what lockdown has done is it's brought to the surface a lot of these problems because we have spent a lot of time with ourselves. So a lot of us have defaulted to type in the sense of we go back to the things that make us feel better, which aren't always beneficial to us. In fact, a lot of times they are quite detrimental. But if you know that that's what you're doing, then you can put in place strategies to fix it, and that's where the help and coaching comes in. Good morning, again. That's where the coaching comes in, because you then understand that actually all I'm trying to do here with this food is make myself feel better. So I need to find something else to make myself feel better instead of the food. And then consistently do that and consistently see the benefits of it, but then have some empathy and understanding from somebody, and have some empathy and understanding with yourself to know that that's all that's happening and that's what works. And it's genuinely as simple as that, really. Not easy, but that's why a lot of diets traditionally fail long term, because they don't tackle the real issues, the real problems that are going on. So key lesson for today, number one, we do it. All we're doing is making ourselves feel better. Key lesson two is that, so first lesson, make yourself feel better. Key lesson number two is that it's important to have the guidance to know that that's what's happening, because with that you can then work on it and not beat yourself up every time you fail, because you understand what you're doing. And with that understanding and empathy, you can actually make some progress in the long term. Not easy, but that's what happens. So yes, that's it really, I suppose, for today. So like I said, my 6-week case study program is now full. So yeah, once we get these guys through the case study, we'll be devising another program similar to that, which won't be a case study, so I'll let you know about that. And then as soon as I know what's going on with boot camp, we're just waiting for the council. Yeah, we'll be back in business. So yeah, but if you do need any help, there are options available. We can have a chat. Just comment below or drop me a message, and yeah, we can get in touch. Have a good day.